Huh?
A roll.
No, I'm bald.
No.
I
But
mean, I'm going bald.
I know. But did you? But you still had some stuff residue of hair.
Residue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had residue. You know what I mean?
Yes,
You could have done
I
a
have.
Chernobyl thing that you were doing, but
I had,
yeah, but you didn't. You just had to shave it.
yeah, it's one of those things. Are we going right now?
No, we don't. There's no rules. But I'm
Okay,
I'm
okay.
just asking you a question.
Okay.
Right.
I'm going to answer.
I understand that, but why are you? Your head looks like Darth Vader when he took his fucking helmet off. Remember that when he was just all fucked up?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Is that the? That's fine. You're Bill Burr, but
I'm trying to answer your question.
Yeah, go ahead. I
The
just-
process of you coming out of the gate shitting on me.
yeah.
You know, when you start to lose your hair, you got 3 options.
Yeah.
You can,
Yeah.
and there's subsets to all of them.
All right.
Okay, you can do the Rogaine, the hair plugs, a
Right.
system, a fucking all of that. Propecia, a fucking they glue some shit on your head.
Right.
They take some of your pube hair and you get an afro.
Yeah.
Or you can just sort of let it happen.
Which you were doing, which I was like, that's the dope way to do it.
Oh, I'm glad I had your approval. Or you can just say fuck it
Yeah.
and do what I did. So I just said fuck it.
Okay.
But what if
And I do. Like,
you-
I love how you came at me aggressive, and now you're going. You got your those little panda hands.
I was.
up.
I love how you attacked my little panda hand.
That's
Let
what
me-
you look like. You look like a little panda.
I know. I was just because when you took your hat
like a
off.
little adolescent bear.
I was actually texting with Bill when I was, I was going through my recent problems. You know,
What, when you were coming blood?
no,
Gun in the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
no when
He
you know,
was. He started spewing blood a little bit.
trouble. They call me Yanni Nets on the show because they feel like we
he's
got to put
passing out.
nets behind because I keep almost passing out
Yeah.
on stage.
We'll have those nets out November 9th, Gramercy Theater.
Yeah, we'll put the nets out,
Yeah.
or Mike emoji behind me in case I fall
Yeah,
after
Mike-
his set.
yeah.
he'll be So I told
Mikey
you,
pillows.
I passed. And Comedy Connection. I canceled my whole weekend. I got off stage. I was doing.
Yeah, I had to call your wife.
Yeah, and I was still struggling with this when I was doing Mohegan Sun at Comics.
Yeah.
and I spoke to Bill, and it was just so nice to speak to somebody older and and
Anytime he goes, he's lying.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. What do you?
I don't know what that is.
It means you're older,
Older,
and
wiser.
wiser, been there.
Further ahead in the career. Let's be
A lot
clear.
further.
Let's be clear.
Kid moves fucking
I mean,
tickets.
the kid's fucking barely selling out bananas.
Yeah, I sold it out once, and I haven't been since I put down the wig. I haven't been asked
Yeah.
back.
I got asked to give money back to cops in San Francisco. That's how bad I did.
Oh, I got sent home. I got sent home. Punchline Sacramento. I just, hey, Bill, come on in the
That's on
office.
there
I'm
this
like,
weekend.
oh, they're really impressed with my new hour. They're like, yeah, Bill, Sunday ain't happening. We're gonna send you home. How would you like to get on a plane right after your show? I got one of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got demoted from headliner down to feature act the first time I headlined at the Trop in fucking Vegas. The chick I was seeing, I flew her out to see me my big headlining. Oh yeah. And the way you love a child and your idea what they are, I mean, give the guy a minute to fucking process it. Where it's just like, if I just met that person and they said, hey, hi, I'm transitioning, blah, 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 I could, okay, cool, whatever. But then, then there's other levels. If I worked with you for fucking 5 years and all of a sudden you, Joey, were becoming Josephina, there's going to be a period of what? What the and this all the conversation we have and how did I never see that? Blah, blah, blah. Wherever you are on that whole spectrum of dealing with it is what you should be allowed to go through. I mean, the guy is not like, he's not there yet. And I just don't see how putting the guy in prison is going to solve. Like he's going to go to jail and be like, oh, now I'm open-minded.
Now I got it.
Now I'm empathetic. I get it. There's something about coming in here and having to make a shank out of my toothbrush and try not to get raped in the ass that I now understand this.
We discovered that there's
That's the weirdest story anybody's ever said on the podcast. That made me uncomfortable.
from the beginning too?
No, it's the serial killer tone, of his complete lack of emotion.
Thank you. Can I tell you
And
something?
then this happened. I just-
Yes. Yeah. You know what? And I know
The only thing
building.
missing from that story is the sound of somebody gagged, screaming in the other room.
Right. Now I know that you.
Let me go.
Yeah. And I know that you suspect that my husband is a psycho. I've heard about
No, he
this.
is.
Yeah, no, I know. And I actually
completely
agree.
is.
Yeah. And I've been trying to prove
a
this
psycho.
on this show for a
He's
long
just
time.
like, there's like Bud and there's Bud Light. There's like Psycho and Psycho Light. Like he's not the high calorie one that can't get married and have kids.
That's right.
Yes, but if his thoughts were a movie,
Yep.
yeah, definitely NC-17.
Yep. He's a functioning psychopath.
Yeah.
You know why? Because when I started dating him, Bill, and this is a true story, when I started dating Tom Segura back in 2005, there were red flags, little stuff. Like when we were, remember?
Little dead animals behind your apartment building.
Not that. But I remember, in the beginning, you're all lovey-dovey, and he'd be like, I like you so much. I like you so much. I just want to gouge your eyes out. I want to squish your face and kill you and put a sledgehammer in your head. Like,
He said-
remember that stuff, Tom? You're like, I love you so much. I just want to smash your goddamn head in. I'm being serious.
No, somebody said that about my kid one time. Oh my God, look at those feet. I just want to cut them off. And I was just like, yeah, fucking lunatics. Yeah, right there. You can't be with a person like that. So
Well, I am,
if you ever
unfortunately.
need a safe house, we got a guest room.
Well, I'm 2 kids deep now.
I think I used to say like I want to put your head through that dresser.
Yes.
Yeah. But I was like as an expression of love.
Right.
Yeah.
And there were other things, too, like,
Because you don't like love and you hate that it makes you feel weak or something, that you want to violently take it out on her.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it worked out.
it did,
Were
actually.
you frustrated that you knew you had no control over the love that you had for your wife?
Ooh,
So
that's
then
good,
you
Bill.
were starting to feel trapped?
I think it was more of like,
like that.
I didn't know how to express how good I felt. So
Yeah.
I thought
No.
yeah.
No. He really just tried to play like dim-witted there.
Yeah.
No,
See, that's the problem.
you're
I fell
cold,
for it.
calculated.
Yeah.
You're everything you need to be to make in this business.
Yeah.
You just can't be
Yes.
creative and just be floating around like, oh, that tickles my artistic fantasy. You have to have a plan.
Yeah, but thank God, because if I didn't, I can't imagine trying to make a living as an actor. And even though I work, they don't pay actors anymore. It would have been. I would have gone crazy. I would have gone
want to
fucking
discourage
crazy.
anybody that's thinking about doing it. What you have to the same way you get into stand-up or get into anything, you have to do it because you love it.
Yeah.
And then if you love it, you'll have a passion and you will stick with it despite what's going on.
Yeah.
But if you don't love it, it's being a comedian or an actor or being in construction. I got into construction and I didn't love it, dude. I lasted 8 days. It was one of the worst 8 days.
Me too.
8 days, dude. I've never been that fucking exhausted. I was just a grunt. I remember I couldn't make enough sandwiches. I would be eating 3 sandwiches for lunch and I was still losing weight. Still losing weight. We were roofing in July.
Oh.
And yeah, as
Not
a
for me.
redhead, and I was just bringing that shit up. I remember my favorite part of that fucking job in the 8 days was we had to do, you snap the chalk line to line that thing up on the board. We were doing it in the basement of the house, which was all fucking dirt, and it was actually cool down there. And we were redoing this house, and I remember I'm hanging outside an unfinished window, sticking the thing up, making this scaffolding for this Irish guy who kept going, Billy, you must work quicker. And I was like, listen, man, I never put one of these fucking things up before. You want me to go faster? I'll go faster. And he's like, you're fucking shite. And right over the fence was this house with a pool, and it was summer vacation. There was kids like my age. And you could see it was like the quarterback of the football team, these hot chicks and all that. That's my whole life. And I remember one time the kid was just scratching up and just looking up at me. And I was just going, what the fuck am I doing with I have my whole life to fucking be miserable. I should be doing dude, they were just like,
That's
and,
a
and
different
because they
thing.
were so good looking, you could tell they were popular. He didn't have 1 ounce of guilt. Like me, if I stretched out, I would have looked at him and been like, I would have started cleaning the pool. I would have felt guilty. This guy had no guilt. He did everything but just sit there drinking iced tea and give me the little toodaloo.
It's not for me.
Dude, there was a guy on the construction site too. He wore the same jeans every day, and he had no underwear on, and there was a giant hole right to the left of his fucking junk, where the pocket should be. And I remember one point I was bent down picking something up, and he stepped over something, and the hole moved just like junk and went back. And I remember standing up, but he was the brother of the guy I was working for. I just want to be like, dude, You want to put some fucking something, some Evil Knievel fucking underwear, something on, underoos, something.
Wrap it up.
Just when you didn't think it could get any
worse. Fucking
worse.
duct tape, dude. On there, he just stepped right over, and I thought it was weird then, but now, like, with all the information now about fucking weird, like I thought he was getting off on something, man. Like that's just fucking weird.
Hey boys, look at this.
That's fucking
That's weird
and
as
not
fuck.
in like a gay way. I
No.
just think in general he was just like,
Oh,
A weird bird.
yeah, sort of peeing on his territory. Like, hey, don't forget who you're working for.
It's my
junk.
dick. There you go.
Dick in your face.
Here's my situation. You fucking prepubescent college boy.
Oh, dude. I mean, it was so fucking shocking. Like, if I sat down with a police sketch artist, I think I could still I could get it about 80%. Just try it. Just do
There's an
the
idea.
chocolate one and then do the green one.
I
and then
will.
you'll be fine.
I'm excited.
I will.
Yeah.
But you
Start-
gotta
then,
not
dude,
order.
I'm telling you. Then you
I'm
just start.
excited for
If
that
you start
smoothie roll.
eating well,
Next-
the fat has nowhere to hide. It just
Right,
doesn't. It
right.
just it's just over.
All right, you come back on this show, and I'm gonna be skinny, and I'm gonna call it the Bill Burr. Ethan's no longer fat.
No, here's the thing. I gave you literally. I just scraped the surface. Okay, and what you want to do is get a nutritionist. Do not listen to your listeners who's going to be actually doing these studies about almond milk and all, and there's going to be a zillion things.
So
and
you're
Yeah.
That's why I got a nutritionist, because if you go on and you try to learn yourself on the internet and you don't know what you're doing, just the first 3 pages are all dominated by evil food people, where it's just like, no, you're not getting away, and it's just and then it's like trying to give money to a charity.
Right,
How the fuck do
right.
I know that this is
Yeah.
a legit one?
That's so true.
How do I know? And it's just so.
okay. I think I do need to get a nutritionist,
I agree.
but I tried a diet where I got a personal trainer, and she's like, I want you to eat high-fat ground beef, cheese, avocado. I was like, are you sure this is gonna make me lose weight?
Yeah, that what, and then what?
It's like the no.
Yeah,
well,
you shit out of fucking.
I was like,
What's your block?
I was like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
no, it's like
what is
all
that?
of
That's the
Well,
The
well,
keto style.
I
was
think
like,
that what they do is a lot of those personal trainers. What they have is they have down to like a formula how to have you do like a Biggest Loser weight drop, and like how to quickly just cut things down
Yeah.
and look amazing. Blah blah.
Yeah.
I don't like. I really.
That's
It's not
not
healthy.
sustainable.
yeah.
you can't. That's not.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
scared the hell out of me when she was like,
Everything
cheese.
you just said, I'm like, how is this going to move through my body?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What is the lubricant? Where is the
right.
what is going to get me? Oh, well, you drink a stick of butter. Okay. And I know there's a lot of lies about nutrition, but that just goes too far.
Yeah, I think we all can
Just
understand.
take
that
a handful of raw bacon and dunk it in butter juice and then suck that down. It's just like, all right. You sure? Everything was a lie that you were told. It's just like, all right. It's just like, this is either 100% right or I'm going to Jonestown. So that might, and I don't know anything about that diet, but I found what I've been doing has been working from you.
Okay, I
So
like
try it out.
Yeah.
It's
Get
the
yourself a
being a
nutritionist.
healthy, reasonable human being diet.
Where it's like, so I could, I was 19. I was freshman, sophomore, so I was acting like an idiot. Would
Also
pull
doing
up-
a couple cycles of Winstrol.
Yeah,
at
I was
that
on
time.
Winstrol at the time.
Yeah, he did a couple cycles.
It's what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
So
low steroids.
So
Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't
yeah,
know what that was.
Yeah. So-
Steroids for basketball?
Yeah,
Well, it's just you could move. I mean, I could just, I could like tomahawk dunk. I was just like being an athlete. Basketball was such a huge part of my life that my friends, when I do comedy, if they, do something with comedy, my friends from home.
Wait,
they
you
came-
couldn't dunk and then you took roids and then you could?
No, I always could. Well, I couldn't always. I started being able to dunk when I was like 16. I did Winstrol once for like 6 weeks, so it was a small part of it.
You did a cycle.
I did a cycle.
cycle.
Just one cycle.
Yeah.
Happens. And to be honest with you, when I did that cycle, I was my junior year in college. It was my worst year because I was dealing with a lot of anxiety and all bullshit from
Your balls
Side
shriveling up?
yeah, all that.
You could go between the legs a little easier that year.
Yeah, my balls
With the
were shriveled.
anxiety.
But it was just the way to communicate.
I
in my
love that you
neighborhood.
felt at Division III. I got to get on roids. I need a competitive edge here.
Yeah.
we got to beat LaSalle Academy next week.
Yeah.
When you can talk about, oh, can you believe this guy said that about someone on a podcast? And it just becomes like,
Yeah, my
Right,
rule
so 3 days.
became you guys don't have this luxury. You have to have discipline and do jokes, and those are going to involve the rest of the world. But my rule became, because I'm babbling, I had to go, okay, it's at the end of my nose where all the I can confess, I can talk about anything. It's not going to be clickbait if I talk about sticking stuff up my butt when I'm jerking off, or like you know.
What do you stick in your butt when you jerk off?
You
can't brush over that. Yeah, bad
scripts he didn't like.
People's dreams.
People's dreams. I'm really fancy. I'm like a Sam Shepard play.
Do you take those little brass clips out of there before you do it, or is that an added Christmas bonus for you?
People's dreams.
Yeah.
A Sharpie pen, Jim Norton. A Sharpie pen. Like,
have you really?
Yeah, I tried it because I read a Playboy article about the prostate getting stimulated and stuff, and so I tried a Sharpie pen. But and then I
put some hand sanitizer on it or something first, or just find a pen and put it
I
up
thought
there?
that pen is the thing that got dirty, not me.
Cap on or cap off?
It was the end. That's why I picked it.
Shitting
I was
like an octopus afterwards.
I don't want that.
Where'd it go?
Squirting ink.
The cap is designed to be like a grappling hook. You wouldn't want to actually put that up there. Like,
just hooks on.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you always learn. That's why
It's
you
like
gotta
a
come out to
harpoon.
LA, Jim. You gotta learn shit out here.
But
So a pen, did you like it or did you not like it?
well, it was fine enough. I mean, something in your butt is better than something not in your butt,
Sure.
I guess, is what we find out. But the problem is it worth, like, then you finish orgasming and you're,
You got to go back to Staples.
and now I'm like, now
it's
you
4:30. There's traffic.
They have to gingerly pull a pen out of your asshole. You're like, that wasn't worth it. That wasn't worth this
I'm
moment.
just saying he needed more sharps.
Did you go in?
No, we're still going. No, I didn't go in for that. You think I'm actually going up? You think he got offered that? He's fucking Johnny
I
Depp.
know,
man.
but I figured, they'd be like, it's Bill Burr. Fucking, let's take a look.
It's Bill Burr. He sells no movie tickets.
Let's try it out.
He sold out an improv.
Hey, didn't you have a clip from Bill's show?
Oh, is this here? I don't know. Our
Netflix
producer sends us
approved.
folders of shit. I don't know. This is it. What is this?
Black guys who love to fuck and fuck good. If you're a hot black guy and you want to fuck me at $23.95, if you want to move in, you can move in, but you gotta fuck me. I need to be fucked a lot, man. Get free food, free rent, and everything else, man. Here's the deal, man.
Is that from your show?
No, I'm just fascinated by that guy. That's about as free as it gets. I mean, he just doesn't care if his mother sees that or. I mean, he
Free-
knows.
free is a good word.
He knows what he wants. Is that a bow in his hair? Or is that just some shit in the
I think
background?
that's the background.
Dude, he gave out
Do
his
you want
address.
free rent, though? Like, you can get free rent. You get free food.
The reason why he's alone is he suffocates you.
Yeah.
He's very needy.
Very
I need to
needy.
be fucked. I need to be fucked a lot. It's just like, okay. It sounds like, if you were into that he'd be enjoyable for about 2-3 days. And then after a while-
Oh, it would tire you out. Yeah.
Men from jail, homeless, or you're a thug, you want to come move in, your friend can move with you too, man. Free rent, you get a lease and a key. Fuck me. Piss on me, beat me, I'm home now. You see me, you want to come over today and try it out, man.
Try it out. What do you think?
No, I'm just trying to think what happened. He definitely was not built up as a child.
No.
You think he was
All that
raised-
stuff, beat me, pee on me, and all that. It's just like your parents were just. I think this whole childhood were just yelling, "You're not good enough."
Yeah, it's probably pretty
disappointing
bad.
you. I
Yeah.
wish the kid across the street was my son and not you.
Yeah,
Said
it's
horrible
horrible.
shit
Yeah.
like
I
that.
know.
I feel bad for that guy.
I know, but at
However-
the same time, it's funny.
However, yeah, but you know what's funny is like he so hates himself that he just he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you get like this? No, how does he have a job? Like, what do you mean rent free? Like, what are you doing? Does he drive like a UPS truck and like they're going to see that and be like, well, he what he does in his own time, he's not.
But we can't give him any black eye partners, though. That'd be too
No.
Yeah, just have him
Too
have him
tempting.
deliver in the white neighborhoods, so we keep that side of him.
Oh my
What do you think
God.
about drug use? What do you think's going
Yeah,
on
I
there?
think he's a little high.
Yeah, those rings around the eyes are pretty serious, I think.
But that's such a crazy mustache that if he shaved that off, I don't think I'd recognize him.
It is I didn't even really think about the
Yeah.
mustache. It's a good point.
Very Cheech Marin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like dated. It's very
It
dated
is.
look. And if he
My
wants to
building,
attract
try it out.
men,
Motherfucker pissed on me, try it out. Seriously, probably only let's fuck, man. I'm looking for hardcore guys. I mean it. I want to do it.
I mean it.
And I want to deliver it. I'm a hot white trash. Come dump. Let's fuck.
it's a good offer.
know.
Rent free. He's a hot cum dumpster.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on.
Doesn't he have enough pain in his life? He's got to be on this show too. You know what I mean? that wasn't like low hanging fruit. That was actually. If you did that in a movie, if that was the character, you would be nominated because that was an amazing performance. I actually, what I was kind of addicted to was his cadence.
Yeah.
The way he had a very unique way of saying, you want
He's 40. No. Now he's 40, but when those came out, he's mid-30s.
Oh yeah, with a
doing
daughter.
that crazy shit.
Oh, you mean putting a blindfold on, smoking a cigarette, and letting bulls?
The rest of them were younger.
Run them over.
Oh, those. Yeah. Oh my God.
The rest of them were way younger, so it's like, all right, couple crazy kids. Nah, man, John Knoxville's damn near 37.
All of those guys were fucking lunatics. Some of the shit that they did, even just little things they like. You ever remember that baby turtle? And the thing's open in his mouth, and that dude just stuck his nose in, and he's just like, yeah. Like there's no fucking way.
Crazy shit.
Because you never know. Like, what if it just clips the end of your nose and just takes that off?
It's on.
Well, what about? I said to Steve, I go, what scares you the most? He goes, I mean, anything anything with venomous snakes or big cats.
Did you? What was it? The
Yeah.
Wild Boys? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, where
the Wild
they
Boys
dressed
with
up like
the-
fucking a zebra in a lion's cage.
But they had Homeboy the.
Yeah, and he said he told me one time they took headgear that you wear in boxing,
Yeah.
just sparring, and he wrapped that around his neck, and like they just was sort of running along.
not
I
gonna
was like,
save
you
you.
had to have somebody with a gun. You know, Steve was like, nah.
Right,
Just
they're
like you
crazy.
guys-
Well, they had a king cobra. They put the guy in a horse. I think it was like a stable.
Who's the other kid?
Bam Margera.
No, the other, on the wild.
Oh, Chris Pontus.
Pontonus is
Pontius, yeah.
Pontius,
Chris
yeah.
Pontius,
Dude, he kissed a cobra on its head.
Yeah, man.
The thing was full fucking doing this thing and like looking at them, and he came up like behind the thing, and he kissed it on the head and then backed off and did that whole.
Yeah,
He fucking runs away. I'm like, that is fucking insane.
Hey, kids, how bad do
cobra
you want
bite
to
to
get
the
famous?
face, you're gonna die. That's a bad situation.
Well,
Dude,
Steve-O's still doing crazy shit, and but back then he was on drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Now he's sober, and he's taking the show on the road, still doing crazy shit.
Dude, he did,
sober.
That one, the other kid, Chris, he did one time. Like he wanted to get a snake tattoo. Everybody gets a tattoo of a snake. So he goes like, "That's I want to have a snake bite, and then get a tattoo of the bite." So there was like this fucking python laying there, and he just starts. I gotta act this out because you got the fucking camera. He just starts walking towards it like this, and the fucking thing strikes and like wasn't aiming for his arm and just did a glancing shot off his head, and he backed off. He's like, and he goes back in and just fed his arm to this fucking thing. It just goes, bam, grabs onto him, and then it's just around him, and it's just like these guys just pulling this fucking snake off him, and then while it was still bleeding, they just they did a tattoo of it.
Oh,
They're insane, man.
Yeah,
they're
it was nuts.
They're nuts.
I don't know what a quip is.
It's a new toothbrush.
Oh, you know what? You're looking to write a prescription. I feel like this is the end of a therapy session.
I'm gonna send you a quip. Okay,
Huh?
just let me say.
What is a quip?
It's a toothbrush.
It's a toothbrush.
Is it a good one?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's a fancy,
I wanna
really
send you one.
fancy one.
Please,
You'll
it's
like
on
it.
me. You can fucking throw it. You try it out.
Is this how you handle your relationships when people? What I should have bitched about something bigger.
Yeah.
Fucking hate my car. You just sit there, I'm gonna get you a car.
Now you've been with your lovely wife for how long? How long you guys been together?
I don't know, like 14, 15 years.
It's fucking it's a good run.
I love her more than ever.
Oh, see,
She's the
See
best.
How fucking happy he is.
It's nice.
I know.
It's refreshing. I hate when people hate their spouses.
you can
It bothers me.
always.
Yeah, I bitch about her on stage, but I love her.
Yeah.
I do.
No, but you meant it. I fucking saw that bit, and you meant it.
All right, don't yell at me.
So
You gonna put my head through the dresser?
because I love you. Now, you're always looking for ways to spice it up. Every relationship is. I was wondering.
Don't do that to me.
I'm wondering.
Okay, if that's what you're looking to do,
if
don't say that I am.
You will consider something different.
Hi, I'm Melanie
And I'm Scotty O.
with Ecstatic Hearts Tantra. And we just want to share that there are many ways to orgasm. You don't actually have to be having sex. You can orgasm just from hugging.
You know what's funny is they like if you switch their hair, they could be each other. They look just like each other.
Robert Kelly's and all that, they all call you Billy. Colin calls you Billy. but I fucking Bill.
I'm
You know
just
what I mean?
immediately noticing. I don't know about the chain if it's thick enough to be that level of confidence.
Yeah,
it's more of a necklace.
When the chain's out,
he has on a fat chick ankle bracelet around his fucking neck.
No, I say guy when the chain's out.
Yeah, when the chain's out. Yeah, but he does make a good point. It's not really a chain. It's more of an ankle bracelet on a big girl.
Well, yeah, my kid's mom was like, "Why are you wearing women's jewelry?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Shut up."
But here's the thing: his mom bought him for that, and he for high school, and then he found it in his room and he put it back on. I'm saying his face, it's too much Guido when it comes out.
No, you know what it is. You've aged past that chain where it becomes a necklace. If you're like 18, I get it. This is his first one.
Yeah.
A relative bought it for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh boy.
I'm talking about where they're like the morbidly obese runway modeling, and you're like, we're beautiful, and you're like, I don't think so.
No, I think if
I
you're
don't
going to be in a
know.
movie, you should be. If you're going to get naked on
Yes.
film and TV and movie, you should be in the best fucking shape you
Stunning.
could possibly be.
Yeah.
Or you go the other way for the laugh.
Right.
But you're doing it for the laugh. But like to sit there and just show off an unworked out body and say that that's brave.
Right.
It's like the bravery is the person who has to look at it.
Yeah.
Because listen, we all look at each other's fucking regular bodies, when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because you love the other person.
Right.
You have to
Yeah.
love somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what's amazing about beautiful people is you're not in love with them, but you can see them naked.
Right.
Like
right.
that's how that's really in shape.
Right. I mean, I know the whole idea is like
No one wants
people,
to see me naked. I joke. You know what I look like naked? I look like I have the exact same body as the Pink Panther. Well, it's just a big head and it's just straight down, no ass, and then I have like the Pink Panther was like first trimester.
Yeah.
But we live in an age though that if I was completely naked, I would be called brave and courageous rather than fucking rude and inconsiderate to make you guys look at me.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been asked to, be shirtless. I'm like, it's disgusting. Like, is it because it's funny? Because if it's going to be funny, that's one thing. But like,
I would do it if can I act like I think I'm good looking?
Right.
Then I would do it.
Right.
But if I'm going to do it like, yeah, man,
serious.
this is my body, deal with it, and literally put the pressure on you to not laugh at me and ridicule me, is I am living in such a world of fucking delusion. I don't have any fucking pigment.
Yeah.
Just for me, no matter what shape I got into, to take my shirt off, I would be blinding people.
Right.
Yeah.
You're
it's just,
so
it's
white.
just-
and that's
but
the
I
thing.
have other things that I'm good at.
Right.
Sure.
Okay, so you're the non-binary comedian. Very good.
Very good.
Okay, here's another
Performing
one.
in Irvine. By the way, they didn't mention I'm going to be wearing a dress.
Yes, please.
Okay, would you rather everywhere you go, you have to run to get there?
I'm out on that. I don't even care what the next one is. My back can't take it.
It's literally like you go to the next room in your house to say
Like a
something to your
5-year-old.
wife.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
It's awesome.
Always running.
It's
Never
a-
stretching, just always running.
You always have to run
If
to Irvine.
if someone knocks on your front door, you have to run there. You have to run on stage.
Heavy
you always
feet.
run.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't care what this is. Or join ISIS. All right, ISIS. Let's get those fucking infidels.
Or every time you speak, you're shouting. So you're basically a toddler. Like you're
Full
screaming,
volume
full
shouting.
like right
Will
now.
it hurt my voice to
Of
do
course, yes.
Yeah, a
it's
little bit.
painful.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not fun. Neither of these are going to be fun.
But you have to go like the phoning. Hello. Yeah, like that. You always you say everything in that range.
Yeah, and your stand-up too.
I
for
found a
that.
loophole. I find a loophole.
What's the loophole?
I would just ignore people.
Oh,
So then I wouldn't have to talk to them. And then I just wait till they said my name 10 times. Then I'd be like, what? So it made sense. There's the loophole. Because you
That is a
need
great
you
loophole, yeah.
need
That
your
is
health.
good.
You need your health, and my body would just hurt so much if
what
I
about
did that.
Your sweet wife who you love, be like, Bill, you gotta go. Yeah, and then she's like, do you think you can take our daughter to the park? You're like, yeah, and then your sweet daughter.
Yeah, but I
comes
could
in.
explain to her. I have an affliction. Ignore the tone of my voice. I love you more than life itself. You're my best friend.
So
I'd love to go to the movies, but you're going to have to do the purchase.
He can't whisper during the movie.
Yeah, he can. He can shout it. It's one of my favorite actors. Yeah, definitely. He could do it.
I think the wife did it.
You get some more popcorn.
Yeah, but I actually, because that would be fun. Once my wife was into it, I would just be totally quiet.
And
Then
your act.
having sex. You like that? You feel so good.
It would wear on her. I think the bit would wear on her after a while.
No, I would just duct tape a pillow around my mouth.
Yeah. All right,
So then it'd be all right. Just do it like that. It's still not sexy.
No.
No,
That brain
this is
hurts.
terrible.
The back of my head hurts.
But if you run everywhere, you'd be in great shape.
There you go.
And you can maintain your human relationships.
Yeah, you wouldn't yell at
But
anybody.
it's as simple as like you have to go piss in the middle of the night.
Yeah, no, but I would be miserable. I would start yelling at people because your body can't take that.
Yeah. That'd be a lot.
Yeah, but you get used to it. What do you mean? You begin in fantastic shape.
That's right.
I used to say.
I thought you were going to start singing a song right there. That would have been perfect.
You think so?
The Louis Changed the World song.
I had this really bad habit from just growing up in the 70s in the Midwest. Like when I was in the edit bay working on Community as late as 2010, I would say, take that back. What's this? See this? That's gay. Get rid of that. Like I was still doing that. I kind of had to like. There was a sea change during these last like 5 years. Like I like had to and then I found out what it was is I shouldn't be saying that anyway, but I found out the editor was gay, and realized I had been nonstop using that word just to mean like
Lame.
dumb,
Lame, stupid,
retarded,
stinks,
you know.
yeah.
And then I apologized to him, and then the way he accepted the apology broke my heart because it was like he was like, yeah, that word just reminds me of a lot of stuff, you know. And it was like, oh god, like that really
Here's
like
the thing
woke me
about
up.
gay though, it's like it used to mean happy, and I was really happy, right?
Sure.
And you never heard them complain when it got hijacked. Like the really happy people didn't like protesting. People was like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That word used to mean we're really enjoying our day. Well, you guys turned around and took it.
Yeah, you got to find, like, you know what fascinates me is like basically the first 16 or 17 years of my life when I never, I mean, I took a couple sips of stole a beer there for my dad, but I never really went out and tried to get drunk until I was like 16 or 17. But I went for like a decade and a half, like I was straight edge. You know what I mean? And but the thing was,
you told kids you were straight edge. You're like, I don't drink.
No, just out of being a kid. It's not like your first 10 years of your life. You're like, fuck, playground, man. I need a drink. And it's just not where your world is at. And the thing was, it's Pandora's box. Then once you catch a buzz, then it's just like, oh man, this is this other kind of living. And it's you know, I didn't understand that. I was kind of using that as like a, I'm not saying I'm never going to fucking drink again, but I had to like, I kind of just had to like step back and just be like, all right, because you know, the reality is I got a kid, so I just didn't want to be that. I'm like,
yeah, you don't want to be drunk when your kid's around.
I'm like fucking Lou Grant with a bottle of whiskey remember that on Mary Tyler Moore show?
No,
she'd have a rough day and she'd come in and
I don't remember the whole show.
I can explain it to you.
Yeah.
If I can explain it to you. This fucking guy I don't know what that is. All right.
No, I believe it.
I don't know. And the second I started to explain, like, I don't know the whole show. All right, I get it. I believe That's that comic ADD. Like, I don't want to I'm not into it. I don't want to hear it. I got it. Your show. Go ahead. Continue.
I remember. All right, let's talk about old shows then.
We don't have to. It was so funny how you bailed twice on that. You
Patty Duke. What about that?
You made me feel like an asshole. Like that was the 15th time I fucking brought it up. Sorry, no Mary Tyler Moore. One of the great ensemble fucking cast of all time.
I do know she just died recently.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to bring up a more positive story about the show, but yeah, it's the second time. I bring up fucking George Michael. What was it, an AIDS event? Some sort of gay thing?
Well, I didn't say gay, bro.
But why did you say AIDS?
Because he had AIDS, man.
No, he didn't.
Did he? Jesus Christ.
No, he
dude.
didn't.
Well, people have been saying he did.
I think you are confusing it with gay.
No, I'm not. I didn't know he was gay. I knew that apparently he got AIDS in a park. That's what I heard. And
he blew a guy in a porta potty and got busted for lewd activity.
Oh.
And then, he had a little fucking, he liked getting a little buzz at the end of the fucking day, and maybe it got away from him. I think that's what happened. But like what I would like to focus on was how amazing his voice was and how talented he was. And I performed it and stood in the same spot that this guy did.
Yeah.
That's what the point was, not what he died of.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
And I wish it was.
What happened in your life? Who'd you lose early on? You're really into death.
Well, no. I mean, I remember listening.
You don't want to get to know Mary Tyler Moore because you're afraid she's going to leave you too?
I remember listening to George Michael on the school bus when I would go to school. And I felt like, and I would always sit by myself.
Did you feel like you were going to catch AIDS by doing that? Some sort of airborne HIV through the fucking radio? I mean, bro, I was holding it up to my ear, you know?
I could feel my ass.
In a roofless school bus. Right. Whatever the windborne radio AIDS was going to get me. Well, yeah, and also, like, there was no crumple zones back then. It was just the engine went into your chest. It's not like a fucking, modern-day car where you can just hit shit and bounce. I mean, people still die, but I'm just saying, like, those... Yeah, like, you take...
I'd rather die, I think.
Yeah, you're in a... Yeah...
Like a fucking champion.
Well, it depends. It depends.
Yeah, maybe like if it's a nice day, I would. If it's boiling out, I think I would.
Well, it depends on what my injuries are going to be. All right, here we go.
Let's get a lady.
This is the first person wearing a shirt, I believe.
That's our audience.
All right.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Theo. This is Marissa from Raleigh, North Carolina. And so, Bill, I heard you say on, I believe it was Joe Rogan's podcast, that you really like the film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and you've seen it several times. And I know Theo said that he walked out halfway through it. So I was just wondering maybe if you could talk about why you loved it so much, and Theo, why you walked out halfway through it. Anyway, gang.
Well, this is where Bill and I don't talk anymore after this.
No. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. I absolutely fucking loved it.
I heard on your podcast you say that you loved it.
Oh, my God. Dude, it's the best work Leo's... I mean, Brad Pitt's great. First time you watch it, I was just like, I want to be like Brad Pitt's the guy I want to be.
Yeah.
And then the second time I watched it, I was like, oh my God, I'm just like Leo's character. I have an emotional fucking mess. Well, I don't know what part you walked out in. But
I walked out after they went to that house for the first time, after they met the old guy, and they were in the yard, and then his car had a flat tire. Oh. And at that point, I was like, I got to get out of here. I don't know what these guys are doing. I felt like it was just kind of a waste of, I don't know. I couldn't get into it, and I didn't know what was going on. And it made me feel uncomfortable. I was like, I got to get out of here. Because I started to feel like everybody knows what's going on and I don't know what's going on, I guess.
Yeah, that's for you and the therapist, buddy.
Yeah.
If that happens to you at the fucking movies. If you think the whole movie theater gives a shit about whether...
No, I don't think they care.
Were you making like audible noises that you didn't... Huh? What? Oh?
Oh my God.
That's the only way they would know.
Fuck, man. I didn't know I was so fucked up, man.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
No, I really didn't.
You do.
I didn't have the insider track, man.
You do.
I really didn't, though. I really didn't, man.
Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and try to talk you into that masterpiece. It's one of my. It might be my favorite thing.
That's what you said. That's unbelievable to me. You remember that show? Oh. Remember that movie, Dream Team? Probably one of the best movies ever. Remember Michael Keaton?
How fucking brutal are those piano solos? For guys like you and me to sit, like when you see people in tuxedos, I was talking about on the podcast last week, people in tuxedos and they're sitting there and they're watching some dude on a violin or like a piano solo and they're making believe like they're into it. You're not into it. You cannot be into it.
You can
There's
be,
no
but
fucking
like
way.
It's the scene that you shouldn't be into. But listening to a musician playing any instrument at the top of their game, I could listen to that all day long.
Oh, so
now, I'm
could
not
I.
going to sit there with ruffles on with a big fanning myself.
Right, and going, like that
I'm
shit.
still going to dress like the ant. Yeah, I'm going to take out my lighter.
Yeah, like you came out and said, if I listen to the guitar, the piano solo, I die, whatever the fuck. I was rolling when I saw that Monday morning. I lived for that shit. People don't know that. The Grammy thing. I was fucking Bill, you have just been the thing about that they
I wasn't saying that was a bad piece of music. It was just a hell of a fucking thing to have to go. Like, that's the comedy thing. And like, we're all out here because all those babies died and we're going to raise money tonight. All right, your first comedian. It's just like, dude, what the fuck? We know why we're here. You're killing me. Well, you're in therapy. That's a good fucking thing. But what I did find out with therapy is if you're just going in there and emptying your brain every week, but you're not actually working on it, it's like it would be like sitting down and talking about working
out with your trainer.
Never going to the gym.
No, I'm like 12-step program. I like do the whole deal. Doing the whole thing.
All right.
It's like exercise. You got to do it every day. You release your resentments every night. I write out who I'm mad at and who I'm holding resentment towards on my little app.
How's it working
out? It's going pretty well.
You are fucking wound tight.
I
You are fucking. You know what? I never noticed. I don't think I hung out with you because we're always at the fucking store and we
You
talk
don't
for
know
like
this
10
about
minutes.
me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I would not want to make you mad.
No. Benton had to see it.
I had a buddy of mine the other day. He's one of these guys all the time is saying, Bill, that's not, that Trump isn't racist or fucking, that thing where that guy went in and shot those Asian women or people at the
massage parlor.
At the spa, yeah. I don't think it was racially motivated. It's just like, I was just like, all right, dude. It's just like, do you understand how funny it is that you're going to tell a race of people that you're not what their feelings should be? Like, I always love the white guys going, yeah, Trump isn't racist. It's just like, so somehow all of those black people are getting their own experience wrong day to day. But you as a white person who has never been them and had to deal with a white guy like that, you have the inside scoop. And I think that that all people do that, including these so-called woke people.
Can I give you the prognosis of my asshole though first?
I would love to know about the prognosis of your asshole. I've heard enough election talk. Let's talk about your rectum.
So I mention it, right? And they go, we got to go to the doctor. I went over there today, and my doctor, Dr. Kawashiri, can I say his name?
You can.
Well, you just did.
Yeah, you
Well,
did.
he's a great guy.
Yeah, he's a good.
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, he's one of the best. Don't bleep it.
Okay, I'll
He's
make
one of the
it, I'll
best.
make it louder.
Yeah, maybe maybe there's some promotion there for him.
Oh, good.
Yeah, maybe start.
Does he specialize in Asians?
I mean, with a last name like that.
You know what's weird? He could. He could because
I go to my doctor, Dr. O'Houlihan. He specializes in cirrhosis of the liver.
Yeah. Maybe I should switch it up.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get a black doctor or something.
Yeah.
It seems.
Could you be a little more woke and maybe
yeah.
go to another race for your doctoring? All right.
So he goes. I tell him the problem. And he goes, okay. So, Bobby, bend over. And I've never been like one to go, are you sure about bending over? Like I'm like, me. I jump in. If there's a party, I'll jump in. So I bend over, take my pants off, obviously, right? And
what did you do first?
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting. I think I fucking
I
bent
just thought
over.
that was going to get a laugh.
No.
I thought it was a ridiculous question. Josh, you're going to break it. He just goes, oh, that's interesting.
No.
I
But
thought
that's
that was just
interesting. Because you.
I can't believe you're going to answer this.
A normal person would have taken the pants off first and then bent over.
Yeah.
But what you just said was, I did bend over first and then took my pants off.
Wow.
Right?
Of course you did. That's so fucking weird. Oh, my God.
And I bent over, and there was that moment where the doctor goes, you know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
What are you doing? Right? And I go, I know how it works. This is the way I do it. Right? So I bent over. Then
I like it. You made it weird back.
yeah. I reversed it on
You
him.
took control of the weirdness. I like it. Now he's weirded out.
Right. And he goes,
what are you waiting for, big boy?